Hi guys, it's Rayne from Rayne and Cameron, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial. The tutorial I'm doing is for lips, and it's a lip gradient. And with a lip gradient, you can do a lot of different ways. I've seen ones where they start with a really bright color at the bottom and they go gradient upwards. I've seen gradients this way, and the kind of gradient that I'm going to be doing today is from the middle of your lips outwards. And this can be done with really dramatic colors like I'm going to show you today. I'm doing black and red. And it can also be done with really neutral colors. You put a nude on for the middle part, and the outside you have just a little bit darker. The one great thing I really like about doing a lip gradient in the way that I'm going to show you going inside out, it makes your lips look fuller because it has usually you have the more intensity in here, and that sort of like creates an illusion that your lips are fuller and bigger, especially in the middle. So let's just get right into this. Always, when you're doing something with lips, your lips should always be conditioned. I'm using EOS or EOS lip balm, the red ones that taste like, I don't know, berries. Not even. They're just sweet and fruity. I really like them. They're natural, they're organic, blah, blah, blah. They're good for you. So, for my red lipstick, normally I usually wear a red lipstick that's fairly bit darker. I like to wear MAC's Russian Red. It's a little bit darker. It's really, really rich. But when I do something like this with a gradient, I like to have a really, really bright red, a lighter one, because then it shows the contrast better. For that, I'm using number 7, and then the color is Daredevil. And it looks like this. This is a color I use for theater a lot because it's so bright. And then for the black, I'm going to be using a black eyeliner. This is just from Claire's, I think, and it has no number, color, or brand label, anything on it. It's just a cheap thing I bought when I was on my way to Europe because I realized I'd forgotten a black eyeliner because I'm smart. And the only thing I use it for now is, like, I leave this in my lip drawer because the only thing I use it for is lip liners. I don't use this end, although I never use those. Anyways, let's get started. So start off by putting red all on your lips, like fill all the way around. Now it doesn't really matter if you get it all the way around to the outside. I don't love this color on me. I like my reds to have a little bit darker color to them, although it doesn't look awful. A good thing to have is a lip brush of some sort, and then something to clean it off with. This is just my rag that I always use for makeup, so it has 1.5 billion makeup stains on it. Just throw that in the wash quite often. But yeah, have something to wash your brush off with, wipe your brush off with, just because when you're using to blend the black, it's going to, or the darker color, is going to need to get washed a couple times so that you're not dragging around too much of the same product. So now that you have the red on, not too thick, it doesn't really matter, like this edge here isn't all the way to the edge of my mouth. It's going to be covered in black anyways, so that doesn't really matter. And yeah, so we're going to take the black, and what we're going to do first is we're going to do the chola look and outline all around your lips in the darker color. Alright, now that that's done, Cholalicious, that's what we got going on right now. But what you can do to start the blending, actually the easiest way to do that is to just press your lips together a couple times. So you can already see it's starting to blend just a little bit. So take that lip brush. If you don't have a lip brush, I don't know, get one. No, I'm kidding. You can actually just use your fingers. Lots of packages of lip glosses, like the older ones that come with little lip brushes. I don't know. You can usually do pretty well. Q-tips probably work. I don't know. But so just start pushing the edges by dragging the color inwards so it makes a better gradient and a softer blend. Alright, now that we've blended a little bit, I'm starting to feel like the black is a little bit light, so I'm just going to darken that up. You're going to be doing a lot of darken and lighten and blend and going back and forth between those kind of steps. Just be patient. Everything with art takes time, so yeah. Now I like to make it so that these corners are a lot darker so I make like little triangles and I fill them in and then blend it inwards so that it's really just concentrated in the middle where the light part is. I'm doing my best to not cover you guys up. Alrighty, I think it's as dark as I really want it to get. So I'm just going to brighten up the middle a little bit by just taking the red and dabbing it on the middle. Now my lighting's decently awful, so you probably can't see this all that great. But I'm going to try and maybe move this way towards the light, and you still can't see me. Anyways. I love the way that this makes my lips look. They look big and dramatic, and I love that. Fix up my lines a little. One way to fix any mistakes that you have is keeping wet face wipes. You know what I mean. Neutrogena has them. They're like wet wipes. They're face wipes though, not wet face wipes. But having those on hand is really good for any mishaps, mistakes, and especially if you're working with darker, more intense colors like reds or plums or pinks or stuff like that. They can stain your skin. So even though you have wiped it off, there's just a little bit of it looks a little bit red. To make your lines even sharper, it's good to have a concealer on hand that you can use at the end. Just touch up those lines and keep everything looking neat and clean. That's about it for me today. This can be done really, really well with neutrals, and it's just a soft sort of like contouring. You just use the regular neutral that you like a normal nude lipstick around all your lips, and then just a slightly darker nude just around the edge and blending it in the same way that I did this. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, much love.